Welcome to Trigonometry. Today we're going to be looking at angles and their measures. So the first thing we want to go over when we're talking about angles in trig is standard position. So standard position for trigonometry always starts on the positive x-axis, and the angles are formed by taking that starting point and rotating a side upwards. So the angle here would be what we're looking at for standard position. So another one would look like, let's say we want to do an obtuse angle. So again, we start at standard position on the x-axis positive side, and if we do an obtuse angle, we can draw the other ray of our angle, and that would give us an obtuse angle. Alright, so whenever we're talking about standard position for trig, we start on the positive x-axis and we take our other ray and we're going to rotate it clockwise. Alright, so hopefully you guys got a chance to look at the video from earlier, how do GPS coordinates work, and posted it up in your classroom. It covered how we locate ourselves on the globe using GPS, and they talked about two different things. They talked about degrees, minutes, seconds as a measure to find our way on using GPS. And also they talked about how to do just straight degrees with decimals. Alright, so as we are watching this video, feel free to stop, feel free to pause, feel free to rewind so that you guys have time to take notes. Any questions that you have, please also write down, put it as a side note somewhere, so when we meet next class, then we can go over them and hopefully everybody gets their questions answered. Alright, so we're going to look at degrees, minutes, seconds, and degrees with decimals and see how to convert between the two. Alright, so let's say it's asking us to convert $50, 6 minutes, and 21 seconds to a decimal. Alright, so we're gonna probably need our calculator, maybe not, but 50 is a whole number. That's our base unit, so we know we have 50 point, and we're trying to figure out what the decimal is going to be given the 6 minutes and 21 seconds. Alright, so that's pretty easy. So each minute, 1 minute, actually each degree, 1 degree is equal to 60 minutes. Alright, so what we're going to do is we have 6 minutes out of 60, which is 1/10 when we reduce, and 1/10 is 0.1. Alright, so that's how much we get from our 6 minutes. Now each second, 1 minute equals 60 seconds. And we also know that, since we're talking in terms of degrees, that 1 degree is 60 minutes. So really, 1 degree is equal to 3,600 seconds. Alright, so if we do 21 minutes, seconds out of 3,600 is gonna give us, get our calculators out here, 21 divided by 3600 equals 0.0583, repeating 0.058 3 repeating. Oops, sorry, I missed the 0.00583 repeating. So now we're going to combine this whole thing. We have 50, which we had from the start, that's our degrees, point, and then we're going to take this 0.1 and add this 0.00583. So let's maybe round it to the nearest thousandth here. So we're going to get 1, 0, and then we're looking at this 5 with the 8 next to it, so we're going to round up to 6. Alright, so let's just do a quick recap here. So the degree is not going to change, right? So degree stays the same. That's our 50. Step 2, convert the minutes, and to do that we're going to put the minutes over 60, and then to get the seconds part, convert seconds, that's going to be seconds over 3,600. And then we're going to add these two numbers. Actually, I should put that up here. We're going to add these two decimals. And then also add them to that 50. Step 2, convert. Step 3, add decimals, and then we should get our answer. Alright, so it's a lot of notes, but really in practice it's not that hard. You just do the steps, get your decimals, add everything up together. Right, this looks a little more complicated because all the steps are written out and all the explanations, but it should be pretty good. Alright, so let's move on to the next part. This time we're going in reverse. So we did from degrees, minutes, seconds into decimal. Now let's go in reverse. So let's convert 21.256 degrees to degrees, minutes, seconds. Alright, so this is just going in reverse, so mathematically it should kind of be the same. We're just going to reverse what we're doing. So 21.256. We know the 21, so step 1, 21 stays the degrees. Step 2, we're going to take 2.256 and we're going to multiply by 60 because we know that there's 60 minutes in a degree. To get minutes, So we're going to do 0.256 times 60, which is equal to 15.36. So 15 is our minutes. And then with the leftover decimal over there, the 0.36, we're going to take our seconds. So we're going to multiply again. 0.36 by 60, that'll give us our seconds. Which is 21.6. I'm not sure if it asks you to round, it probably does. So let's go ahead and put this all together. So we know our degrees is 21. We know our minutes were 15. And our seconds, if we round this up to the nearest second, we'd have 22 seconds. Alright, so pretty straightforward. We're just covering the very basics of angle measure and stuff like that before we get into the real trig stuff. We should be getting into it soon, but this is very good practice for you guys. Again, feel free to rewind the video, pause the video, make sure you take your notes on it, and write down any questions that you have for us to answer on the next class. Alright, good job.